Hey, yes, I'm Shelby, and today we're going to be talking about Anthony Babington. So, in January 1586, Mary, Queen of Scots, was confined to Chartley Hall, a manor house belonging to the Earl of Essex in Staffordshire, under the supervision of Sir Amyas Paulet. That year, a plot was hatched to assassinate Queen Elizabeth I and liberate Mary. The conspirators, young, well-bred and Catholic, hoped it would lead to the restoration of the Catholicism in England. Anthony Babington, a wealthy leading conspirator, met the Catholic priest John Ballard, who told him that the leaders of the Catholic League in France had been asked by the Pope to lead an invasion force to England. Babington was unsure how much of this information was true. Ballard told him that the former soldier John Savage would assassinate the Queen. Babington was introduced to Savage after he had recruited a small band of conspirators. They included Thomas Salisbury, Edward Abington, Chidiock Tickburn. I butchered his name. Safely say 10 out of 10 would not recommend reading that without knowing the pronunciation. Anyway, Charles Tilney, Edward Windsor, and Robert Barnewell. 5 more: Edward Jones, Henry Donny, Robert Gage, John Travers, and John Charnock had joined the plot later on. With the many plots as with many plots, there were a lot of double agents in the camp. In this case, it was Gilbert Gifford, who was working for Sir Francis Walsingham, and Gifford intercepted letters to and from Mary and passed them to Walsingham for decryption. The conspirators met on 7th of June 1586 to outline their plans. Babington said, "We seem to stand in a dilemma. On the one side, the magistrates here would take away our lives, and on the other side, the stranger should invade and bring our country into servitude to foreigners." On the 6th of July, Babington wrote to Mary pledging his devotion. 11 days later, Mary replied thanking Babington and urging him to act soon. This was all in London, England, around Tuesday, 7th of June, 1586. The aftermath happened later on. So Babington fled in August 1586 after Ballard was arrested. He hid in St. John's Wood in London. He was arrested in Harrow, Middlesex. All of the conspirators confessed after being interrogated. 7 defendants were arraigned before the judges on 13th and 14th of September. Ballard, Babington, Barnwell, Donny, Salisbury, and Tickburn then all pled guilty to conspiring to free Mary and alter religion, but not guilty to planning on killing the Queen. Told that they could not plead in different ways to separate charges, all except Tickburn changed their pleas to guilty. All were condemned to die traitor's death on 15th of September. The remaining 7 were arraigned on 20th of September. The first 7 conspirators, led by Ballard and Babington, were executed. They were hanged for a short time, cut down while they were still alive, and then castrated and disemboweled. Babington cried in another language, but he said, "Spare me, Lord Jesus." The remaining 7 were executed the following day, but were disemboweled only after death. Mary, Queen of Scots, was beheaded on 8th of February 1586. Well, shit. I still don't understand the royal family, but that's just my opinion. Anyway, that's a quick story on Anthony Babington, and I hope you enjoyed it. Stay safe.